We are checking in for the first time in Arizona. This is the first time we've ever taken the Tesla, at least, out to supercharge right over the border. Much higher speed limits, beautiful, much warmer weather out here. Got some family we're gonna catch up with, but yeah, I got full self-driving, supervised, no longer beta. I think it's technically version 12.3.3 or something like that. Literally like a few minutes before our road trip started, I was like, please, Tesla, push me the update right before the road trip. That would be great. And we've driven probably 600, 700 miles or something like that now. Superchargers have been great. Absolutely no issues. There's been no waits so far. LA is crazy though. Traffic in LA is insane. Every supercharger almost has a wait. There's a bunch of pay to park places, which I always try to avoid. So yeah, it's always hard, always weird navigating through LA. But I have to say, after using FSD supervised over the past couple hundred miles, for me, it's been okay. You know, it's not been everything I think it was all hyped up to be. A lot of people were hyping this up as the big like GPT-4 moment. Everything is starting to click together. Everything's starting to make sense. I guess for me, maybe my expectations were high because I wasn't on version 11. A lot of people are comparing version 12 to 11 and saying 12 is so much better. This is the first time technically I've ever had a form of FSD, you know, turning on city streets on my car. And within the first 5 minutes of turning it on, it merged into the turning lane too early, that suicide lane or whatever you call it, that middle lane. It was trying to turn left, but then it turns back into a double yellow line and it tried to merge back in with the traffic, so I had to take it over. And stop signs, it's also not handling great. It will like come to a stop, and I know because the NHTSA, they have to be a lot more slow at stop signs than usual, but then it will still creep into the intersection even though it's already like into the lane of oncoming traffic. It's like you just gotta go, you gotta commit. It's still struggling with that in our hometown and through city streets in LA. There were also times where even though it looks like there's 2 lanes to drive around in, there are cars that are parked on the curb and the Tesla just thinks that there's like traffic there. So it will get in the right lane and then just sit behind those parked cars. And I'm like, no, okay, I gotta go around now. Still some confusing behavior like that. It does not want to sit in the carpool lane. You know, we had multiple people in the car, so we qualified for the HOV, but FSD just keeps trying to move over. And I turned on the whole minimal lane change option, but no, it was still not enough. Gorgeous red Model Y coming in from behind. But yeah, I've loved the consistency and the reliability of the V3 superchargers. That's been great. I will say something I really appreciate about FSD versus just standard autopilot is the ability for the car to like move a little bit in its own lane. Whenever you go past a semi truck, it hugs the left a little bit. That's really handy. That's really nice. Also, just auto lane change. I love that feature. Just being able to signal and it gets over, and you signal and it gets over again. Sometimes it gets over very quickly. Other times it takes longer. I'm not sure why. Sometimes it takes longer. It doesn't seem like there's a big difference in traffic. Sometimes it just wants to take over. Oh, and one time while we were driving to LA, it like straight up went directly towards a curb. Like as we were leaving a supercharger, it had to do a U-turn and it didn't see the curb. So I had to take over there, which was, you know, only 5 minutes into the drive. So I can't say this is the, oh wow, it's ready for level 3 prime time that I thought it would be. But for a lot of the long distance highway driving, yeah, it's still handy to be able to easily switch between lanes. And also I have summon again because my car still has ultrasonic sensors. I don't have the new version of auto park, but I do technically have auto park. I used it once. It's still very slow, but when it works, it's pretty cool. I haven't used smart summon since I got the free FSD month, but regular summon is incredibly helpful when you're just like moving the car out of the garage or you're in a tight parking space, which we were. Being able to move the car back and forth from your phone is just super duper handy. But yeah, we drove it a lot through LA traffic and it got confused quite a few times, but overall, I'm just grateful this isn't costing me anything. I'm super grateful for you guys using my referral code and enabling me to charge for free at all these locations. And I'm grateful for Tesla being willing to give out a free month of FSD so we don't have to front the $200. This is just like the ultimate road trip experience and with the ultimate possible value we can get at the same time. And by the way, tons and tons of Cybertrucks on this drive. We've seen probably 3 or 4 semi-truck loads of like 4 Cybertrucks, and I've also seen Cybertrucks just driving on the road, probably like 10 or 12 on the way to LA, and then 1 set of Cybertrucks on the back of a trailer on the way to Arizona. We're going to be driving a Cybertruck while we're in the state of Arizona, so I'm very excited for that. Stay tuned for more. But earlier today, I already test drove a Fisker Ocean. Very different vehicle, but we had a great time exploring it and checking out the car and kind of questioning, okay, what went right here and what went wrong, of course, too. So stay tuned for lots of more EV coverage, thanks to the Tesla bringing us in all these cool new places. Beautiful scenery out here, by the way. I love the cacti in the mountains, and all of the rock formations are cool. I love EV spotting out here, being like, ooh, there's a Lucid. Oh, we even drove past the Fisker Ocean on our way to the Fisker dealer, so that was fun. Still have not seen a single non-Tesla supercharging yet, though, even though we've pretty much only gone to V3s so far. Would be cool to see an F-150 Lightning or a Rivian here or something, but I guess the adapters haven't been shipped at mass yet, so we gotta wait a little bit longer for the rest of the EV community to get on board the NACS train, but I'm hoping not too long. Although when it comes to opening up the superchargers to non-Teslas, I absolutely think they should either not allow it or substantially slow it down at LA, because almost like 40% of the superchargers in Los Angeles already have a wait. There's huge lines, and if we start bringing non-Teslas that occupy 2 stalls, oh my god, I can't imagine. It's going to be such a colossal mess. But that's kind of the whole city in some ways. Anyway, I'll keep you guys posted with FSD supervised updates over the course of the next month while we have it for free. We're gonna use it up, why not, right? Also, by the way, FSD supervised, not very good at navigating parking lots or getting me to a supercharger. Horrible at navigating parking garages, all kinds of room for improvement. So sorry, robo-taxis, they're not happening anytime soon, in my opinion. But thank you to everybody supporting this channel directly. Seriously, helps us out a ton, as does just watching these videos. So thanks again. Have an excellent rest of your day.